I like that. Welcome everybody to episode, I believe this is the unlucky episode 13 of You're Gonna Love This. I am your host, Adam Moshcatel, as I am trying better to say every time. With me this week is improviser, comedian. You like that? He's nodding. Oh, okay. He's saying things.
I like waiting till I'm introduced. Whenever I do a podcast, I don't want to come in too much.
Sure. I like that. It's nice. It's polite.
Yeah, I wait until they're like until they stop talking, and then I am like, all right, now I'm gonna say something.
Perfect. Ian Riedel is here.
Hi.
Yeah. Ian and I know each other from the UCB comedy scene. We've spent a night at Denny's together. That was quite a good time.
Night at Denny's?
Too long ago.
Yeah. We should, man, I'm bad at hanging out with people.
Me too.
They just kind of have to show up.
I get it. That's what podcasts are great for, is that I have an excuse to just hang out with the people that I feel slightly awkward to say, hey, you want to hang out with? So, yeah, that's basically why I started this podcast. And also, hopefully, for anybody listening at home, if they like it. But
you guys come second.
Yeah, you do. And speaking of that, the premise of You're Gonna Love This, every week I try to write the perfect song for whoever my guest is that week. So really the people at home are second to me. It's about the guest. It's every episode, if one person enjoys it, I will feel happy. And that person is you.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So let's get into it. I got some Oh, well, first let me I've got a little bit of housekeeping up top. There is still 48 songs available to people who like and review You're Gonna Love This on iTunes. 2 have been taken. So if you like and review You're Gonna Love This on iTunes and send proof to ygltpodcast@gmail.com, subject line, goofed ya with my review, you will receive a song from me through the same process, minus the interview, that I write songs for my guests. So I think it's a pretty cool, good exchange. Most people most people aren't listening to this podcast. 30 out of 8 billion is not a great number. So most people are not listening.
Hey, but you got to start somewhere. You know what I mean?
True. But even of my listeners, very few have taken me up on this. And I would think, however many episodes you listen to, listeners, if you don't like my songs and you don't want a song written for you, I don't know why you're listening to this.
Or if you don't like his songs, tell him that in your review.
Sure, yeah.
And then it'll be even better. Then he can write you a better song.
It's true. I'll have some stuff to go off of. If somebody just gives me a 5-star review and says, "Oh, I love your podcast," I'll take it. Please write that if that's in your soul. I'm not gonna. I don't want to discourage any rave reviews, but the negatives will have more meat on that bone. So whoever's out there, you 48 people that want to write, review, and send evidence, you'll get a song. What else? Oh, there will be upcoming. I still have yet to assemble the full group, but the YGLT Podcast Perfection Board has been assembled and will be meeting soon. Ian, I've had 2 perfect song reviews given so far.
Okay.
And I'm not happy about it. I don't feel like the people who gave me a perfect review really understood what the word perfect meant. And I don't mean to impinge. It's not an intelligence thing. It's just a word. What do you associate that word with?
Yeah.
And for me, not intelligence. For me, perfection means something it's difficult. It's not easy to get. Even if it's a song you love, doesn't necessarily mean it's a perfect song.
Yeah.
And so I've assembled a couple people, and we're going to, with the person who gave me a perfect, dig through the song that I made and see if we can find some imperfections for them, and hopefully not ruin the song for them, but maybe ruin the song for them.
Okay.
That would be a bad outcome, I think. But I do want them to. I want them to come back after that process with whatever review, now that they understand what I think perfect is and they've really picked through the song again. If they still think it's perfect, that's wonderful. but just, I want to go through this formal process to make sure that these perfects are perfects.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I've got a segment that I did not prepare for yet again. There's a segment on this podcast called You're Gonna Love This. I don't know if anybody likes it because nobody has reviewed my podcast yet. So talk to me about that. Hey, if you tell me what you think about the segment, that's fodder. You might not like the segment, you might like the podcast though. So you can give me still 5 stars even if you don't like the segment.
Yeah.
So on this segment, I give my guest a piece of music that I've been digging, and maybe we talk about it. Maybe it's immediately done as soon as I say it.
No, throw it at me.
All right. Well, I haven't actually thought of anything, so I'll have to think of something to throw at you.
Yeah.
I'll go with zeitgeisty thing, although I've been loving this dude for a long time. Chance the Rapper had a wonderful performance on Jimmy Fallon a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I didn't see that, but I
Okay.
saw him when he came to LA recently.
Okay, that's better. That's way better. I did not go to that concert. I wish I did. What was that like?
It was cool. I have always liked Chance the Rapper, but this was I don't know, he wasn't my go-to listen. And just because, I don't know, he's awesome. I don't know why, but someone had an extra ticket because their friend bailed, and I was like, okay, I'll totally go with you. And so I went, and it's crazy. The dude is so, he's curated so precisely such an amazing show.
Yeah.
And I don't know, what really stood out for me was how he played a bunch of his old songs, because that's what people want to hear.
That's why you go to concerts.
Yeah, and they also want to hear your new songs. But instead of just playing his old songs, he put it into a story. He put it into there was a reason why he was playing his old songs, and he eventually moved through the old stuff to the newer stuff until you get to the conclusion of the show and you're just blown away.
So it's like when Bruce Springsteen would do patter in between songs, but put to a good use, not just being I wrote this one about my dad.
Yeah, it's all connected through a story. I didn't expect that. I didn't know what to expect, especially because it's his first big tour.
Yeah, for sure.
And I didn't really know what to expect at all, but it was fantastic.
Well, now I'm just sitting here jealous of you.
Man, I'm sorry.
It's okay. You jumped at the opportunity I should have jumped at. I didn't have any friends offering me free tickets. But...
Yeah, I would not have seen him. It was a little silver line. I don't know if silver lining is the right term.
Kismet. Maybe.
Yeah,
I'm not
know.
Jewish enough to know if that's accurate.
Yeah, I'm not Jewish at all.
Okay.
It was great. I would not have seen the concert unless she gave me the free ticket. And now that and then once I got the free ticket, I was blown away.
Well, I'm glad you're initiated into the Chance collective. He's a fantastic dude, fantastic artist. Check out Surf. He did this collab album with this dude Donnie Trumpet. That's a free mixtape. That's a real. I guess the other one is also a real music recommendation, but this is maybe new music, not just a performance of something that you hadn't seen before. Yeah, that will conclude this segment. You're gonna love this. Okay, there you go, listeners. Tell me what you think. Please, anybody. I've so far it's just been 2 people, one that I work with every day and one that I talk to almost every day. And so I would like for anybody outside of the everyday group to just tell me what you think. That's all I want,
You should just do it.
Yeah.
Just if you listen to the podcast, even if you just if it just plays because it's the next thing on SoundCloud, just review it, because I don't know, I heard that there's an asteroid that's going to hit Earth in 10 years.
Oh.
Well, I don't want to bring us down, but
no.
And 10 years, Neil deGrasse Tyson probably has time to figure out what to do, but
right.
Just do it. That's all I got. Just do it.
Okay. I'm going to bring, I don't know if this is a second use of the You're Gonna Love This segment because we just got out of it, but I'm going to go right back into it. Recommend a book that you just made me think of.
Okay.
It's called Seven Eves. It's basically 7 spelled without any, it's 7 forward and backward with no space and no extra N. 7 Eves.
Okay.
And it is an amazing book, and I just right now got that the title is really cool within the story. And it just it just hit me as we were recording, and I'm getting the chilly spine stuff. It's by Neil Stephenson. He's a sci-fi author. It's about what would happen if the Earth was facing total destruction in 2 years, and like what happens to Earth and what like efforts they put on to try to stop it. It's really cool.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. That concludes segment 2 of You're Gonna Love This. Review that if you want. I'm done telling you to review the podcast. If you want to do it, you'll do it, and if you don't, you probably stopped listening because I've been berating you. That's my notebook.
But review the podcast and say, stop berating us. Literally, you just...
Sure, yeah.
He just wants you to give you any opinion you have, just drop it in the reviews.
You know, you just want to... when you're starting something new on the internet these days, it kind of feels like you're just shouting into emptiness.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just nice to see just, like, anything, even if it's just like, hey, man, that's stupid. Like... Hey, guy. Like,
yeah.
It's great.
Because then at least you can say fuck the haters.
Yeah.
Right now you can't say fuck anyone.
To my knowledge, I have no haters. Other than the people that I have gotten some really bad reviews by the people who were my guests. But
okay.
I don't think they're haters. I think they're just trying to be honest. I'm not gonna call those guys haters.
Yeah.
Ian, let's get into the music segment. I asked you, like I should, a lot of my guests. To think about kind of what a perfect song might be for you.
Okay.
Did you think about that at all?
Yeah, I did think about it.
All right. What is that? What is a perfect song to you?
I don't know a lot about music. I know a little bit about music, and I make a little bit of music. So I think what would be the perfect song for me right now is if you could give me a song with just some nice chords and just a stellar harmony. Or not stellar harmony. Melody. Just
okay.
A stellar melody.
Because that's impossible.
As I said, I was like, oh, he's going to think I want to sing.
It is a thing, though. On this podcast, I am constantly worried about the fact that right now I only have my guitar, my voice. So if you honestly, if you're like, what I want to hear is nice chords and a stellar harmony, like, I can't do that.
No.
But like, that's what you want, so I can't say no to it.
Really, just like a good melody. Like, I mean, I guess good chords and then a good melody kind of go hand in hand.
It's true.
I don't know. I've been listening to like a lot of like trap hip hop music.
Okay. Yeah.
And
so you don't want me to like try to replicate?
No, I don't want you to. I see, but see, here's the thing I love about it. Like, I don't want. It's not. I don't need you to make me like a trap song. I just need you. My favorite songs of anything, are like, like a lot of trap songs just have a very nice like melodic loop, with some hard drums underneath it. But the song's not good without that melodic loop. And so like if you can really, honestly, just a good melody, and then I don't know. Are we going to talk about like things I like or something?
Yeah. No, we're not like done. There's more to the interview. I'll ask you a couple questions that I try to ask every time. What's your emotional state like right now? I like to get deep.
Can I use like other works of art to like describe it?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I've never had anybody do that before. Please.
I'd say my emotional state right now is like Frank Ocean's album Blonde.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard that album
I
yet.
haven't listened to all of it, but I have listened to it.
Okay, then let's just take have you listened to the first 3 songs?
Yes.
Okay, emotional state is the first 3 songs off the album Blonde.
Okay.
Mixed with like nostalgia, like deep like childhood nostalgia for like rainy days.
All right, yeah. Where you grew up? Where did you grow up?
Boulder, Colorado.
Oh, a lot of rain in Colorado.
Actually, not
enough.
Boulder, actually a very sunny place, but when it did rain, it felt very nice. So like, very much like Los Angeles, very sunny, and so those days where it is cloudy, you're like, you like it.
Yeah, I get you. I grew up in Seattle, so I'm very used to cloudiness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's just kind of a constant cloud over Seattle. Not that much rain. Not as much rain as I think people overestimate the raininess of Seattle. It's a lot of like people from LA who expect every day to be as horrible as when it rains in LA are gonna be mistaken.
Yeah,
it's not like you can't have 8 inches of rain every day. It would destroy society.
Yeah,
society wouldn't work.
I don't know. Do you want more?
I do. You've got more on your emotional state? It's not just
I don't know. Is that good? I could probably pull some more. I'd have to think for like.
No, you're like this is an interesting mixture. I like it.
Okay. Because I guess also, I mean, you wrote Nostalgia, and Frank Ocean also has an mixtape called Nostalgia Ultra, but I don't know. That's just a connection. I don't know. Frank, I haven't even been listening to him that much, but that's what I feel like.
Okay.
Those first 3 songs.
So let me try to synthesize those first 3 songs into some words. I'm not going to use other other works of art.
Yeah, let's just bounce back and forth works of art until we're like jerking each other off.
So that first song. So there's a lot of kind of melancholy, I think, in Frank Ocean stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of not quite. It's not depression. It's not like it's. I mean, it's hinting towards, I think, that kind of side of people, but it's more the world weariness. Maybe is that kind of right?
Yeah. I maybe even almost like. Here's an emotional state. Maybe to put more into words, like, my life is like pretty good right now, but why am I still not insanely happy? Like, I still don't feel at peace.
Okay, you know what? This is kind of similar to what me and last week's guest Amon talked about.
Amon Abdoomer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Let's see. We got the words we used were fog of content.
Okay.
It's like you're happy, but you're not. I don't know. I think that's kind of a weird thing in American society, is this like urge to be overwhelmingly happy all the time.
Yeah.
And like when you're not overwhelmingly happy, you're like, what's wrong with me? I'm a freaking idiot. And it's I don't know if it's super helpful.
I don't know. I was thinking about that today because you see Kid Cudi checked himself into rehab.
He did, yeah.
And so I was thinking about that and how, like, you know, I think maybe we have this idea of happiness, and then when we get there, or like we have this idea of happiness, and then we keep trying to achieve it and keep trying to like make it better, and when we finally feel like we've reached that, we realize that part of what we were imagining just isn't real.
Right.
And so you are there, you're where you wanted to be, but you're also not, because you thought there would be another part that just doesn't exist. It's impossible to get.
Right.
You know?
There's no... You shut the door on all the screaming fans outside and you're still alone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And you're not quite at screaming fans stage of famous yet.
No, I'm not.
Yet.
Yet.
Once you get there, you'll be happy. I think it's good, though. It's good that we're both fairly young men. We're thinking about this at a good time. I think there's a lot of people that hit their success at 40 and then they're like, what the fuck? I'm not happy. Yeah. So better to deal with it now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Let's deal with it right. This podcast, we're going to be through with any illusions of happiness based on fame. We're just going to go agrarian lifestyle, get a wife and a child, and go and live like Amish people, right? That's what's going to happen to both of us. Yeah. I mean, we split a house.
Oh, yeah. Oh, something? The two of us?
Yeah, I mean, okay. I don't know how much land costs in Amish country. Well, I don't even know where Amish country is. But
I think it's in like New England area.
Okay.
We're going to have to... I don't know if my car's going to get us all the... I could probably drive all the way across country.
Yeah, I got a car. We could...
They're going to be upset about it when we drive into Amish country in cars. They're not going to like that. We'll have to ditch them close to Amish country, and I don't know. We'll figure that out. We can attach some horses to our cars and pretend they're just buggies.
Yeah, Amish people are idiots. They'll believe that.
Totally. I think I saw a thing that like... there's, I mean, obviously, like, different levels of, like, how Amish people are. It's not like everybody who considers themselves Amish is, like, the most technology I'll use is a lantern. Like,
yeah.
You know, there's levels. I think people will, like, use farming equipment and stuff that's more modern because, like, why not?
Yeah.
Like, that would just be stupid.
I know. I think it's like I think it's like family values back to basics. Like, you know, let's... I have no idea what it's about.
I don't know. I had some... I had this dude who I went to high school with who I remember telling me that he wishes, like, all society went local. That, like, we removed all... Which is, like, we're not... You can't do that. Like, that's such a high school thought of... impossible restructuring of society.
Yeah.
But like if we just removed all we should focus on is like what's right around us. You know, make that nice, get your food from there, do all that, and then the world will be fine. But that's like the opposite of civilization is basically what he wanted. Yeah,
and it's like what I've realized, I don't know, that you can't tell people what to do. Mm-hmm. Which is like of course, like everyone knows that, but like really when you have these great ideas, it's like where it's like we need to get back to like society like this. It's like you're basically saying like someone's gonna have to tell a lot of people to do something they don't want to do.
Yeah, I feel like that's like almost the motto of the Trump campaign. Is like, you can't tell me what to do. I'll vote for whoever the fuck I want to.
Yeah.
The whole like every time somebody's like, but he's worse, they're like, but nuh-uh. That's most of the response. Trump listeners who listen to You're Gonna Love This, leave me a review. Tell me what you think about me and my views on Trump. I don't like the dude, so you know.
I'd be surprised if you have a Trump listener.
That would almost be cool.
I feel like if you have one, you should bring them on to the podcast.
Oh man, what? Immediately I think they want me to like do some like insane clown posse shit. That's the first. That's like I associate the Trump voter demo and the insane clown posse Juggalo demo. Yeah, there's got to be a ton of overlap there.
I feel I'm getting like insane clown posse or just like just country music. Yeah, but like new like
Blake Shelton's actually not terrible.
Like Keith Urban.
Brooks and Dunn.
Yeah, don't even know that name, but he sounds like a piece of country trash.
They are. Brooks and Dunn.
There's two. Did
it sound like I said Brooks and Dunn?
I thought it was... Yeah.
Brookson. That's a good country name.
Yeah.
I would listen to a guy named Brookson for like a song.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Let's go back to the interview, because I feel like... this is... I always... sound like I'm like chiding my guest when I'm like, let's get back to the interview. I'm not like upset with you. This is good material. This is a good podcast. I have to check to see if we're still recording because my computer turned off. That would be the worst thing in the world.
Computers are smart.
Okay, good. Oh god, we don't have very much time. Let's get to some stuff. Although I can do Nice Chord Stellar Melody. That sounds like doable.
Yeah, honestly, and here's the thing is like, because then like I feel like, you know, I just said like you can't tell people what to do. Like I feel like I'm almost telling you what to do.
Here's the thing. That's what I set out to do. I set out to bring people on and try to entertain what they want me to do, because I wouldn't have written all of these songs if there weren't people being like, you should try these things. Like I don't know. It doesn't just like come out, you know.
For sure.
So I appreciate. Like I wouldn't like I. It sounds stupid, but I wouldn't think to myself like, nice chords, good melody. Like that's not. I would throw that suggestion away. It's perfectly good. I will use it, and I will make you a song, and we'll see if you think it's perfect. You probably won't, but hopefully you'll like it at least, or love it. That's what I mean. You're gonna love this.
Here's what I want. Is I think I will like it. Yeah. I don't know about love it, because I mean, look, I don't know, but I will like it if you like it. Like if you make a song that you like, I'll like it.
Sure. Yeah. Well, hopefully that happens.
Great.
I think that will do it for the interview segment. I didn't get a whole lot out, but I have not been getting a lot out recently because I've just been enjoying talking to people.
Yeah, but I feel like what we talked about so far, like that, like I don't know, that conversation.
Spark some stuff.
That's me. Mm-hmm. That's just a conversation with Ian. Like,
hey.
Write about that. I don't know.
I'll figure something out. There's stuff in there. Yeah, it's I have yet to not write about something that the guest talked about or asked me to write about. So I think it'll probably happen.
Yeah.
Ian, I have a question for you before we go into the break.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the song "Cars" by Gary Newman?
No.
Oh, that's good to hear, because you're going to know it very well. It is what I use as my timer for how long I can write. I put it 3 times on an MP3 on my phone. You're going to go into my bathroom and listen to that while I write my song.
Fantastic. I've never been more excited in my life.
Oh, good. We will be right back on You're Gonna Love This.
Algorithm. 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 Oh, man. I call to order the 300 122nd meeting of the Council of Watchers, Keepers of the Great One, servants of the almighty algorithm.
Amen.
Why? John, why? Why are you cutting these pennies in half?
With the knives that I bought from
Yeah, with quality blades of Cutco blades.
I'll give it to you. I've never had a better penny cutting knife before. This is tops.
Okay.
I'm just facilitating the connection between a blade lover and a blade.
Why are you cutting all these pennies in half?
That is a question. Where do you have these pennies, and for what use do you have the penny halves?
Okay, those are 2 questions. I'll take them one at a time. Number 1, where do I get all these pennies from? Every time I get my paycheck from Payless, I immediately
Seems like unnecessary extra information, but fine.
Okay, whatever. You guys never asked where I work, so I just wanted to throw that in.
Because we didn't. All right, fine.
I'm an assistant manager.
Congratulations on the promotion.
Thanks. It's been a long time coming. You dedicate 10 years of your life to a company and you expect a little something in return. Anyway, every time I get my paycheck, I take $10 out of the paycheck and I exchange it for pennies. That's where I get the pennies from. Now, why am I cutting the pennies? Have you ever seen how some people will use pennies as tiling in their homes? Have you ever seen that before? Or on their
I've seen a table with pennies, yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, I found
glass on top of the pennies.
Right. I've been doing that, and I've been tiling my whole house with pennies, and I've gotten into a lot of corner situations where you can't fit full pennies anymore, so I'm cutting them up so I can fit them everywhere.
Oh, actually,
Okay.
I think that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wow, John. Nice.
I mean, like, what are you guys using your pennies for, right? Nobody uses pennies. And do you know that pennies are actually worth more than a cent? The, like, material and creation cost?
Wow, John, you were a penny fanatic.
Yeah, you really like pennies. Do you have any rare pennies that you've turned into, or tiled into? Or do you keep those for later, or how does that?
No, I just put them in really special places in my house. So, like, I have this really old 1820 penny. So I have it right on the doorstop, so it's right as you enter into the house.
Oh, I like that. That's
Yeah.
Wow, John, I am way.
Okay. Alright. I feel like you guys are making fun of me. I don't know if you are. No?
No, that's genuinely. I might steal that for
really cool project.
a smaller scale. Yeah, I genuinely like that. It's,
Alright.
your whole house, the walls are just floors.
All of it.
All of it.
Whole thing.
Ceiling as well.
Inside, outside, ceiling.
Outside as well.
Yeah.
But just the house. We're not talking your lawn, right? Or like shed,
Well,
fence.
I'm planning some extra projects later. Hopefully, I hope the nickel gets devalued sometime soon. So
Be worth less than 5 cents, or
I guess, yeah. I want the yes.
it's
I want,
always going to be worth. That's why it's a nickel.
but they might. What the thing is that if I don't know. Okay, you're right. That's probably not going to happen. But I've got plans to nickel up my shed.
Wow.
It might cost a lot, but I think it's a good project.
It's an excellent project.
John, I'm hearing that algorithm is very pleased.
Oh man.
Pleased with this project, pleased with your ingenuity, and pleased with your can-do attitude with the beautiful Cutco knives you've been using. An algorithm is so happy that he's only asking us 2 tasks this week.
Okay.
I know it's been 5 weeks since we've had 2 tasks, and algorithm
Oh,
man.
is asking us to do 2 things. Number 1, subscribe to You're Gonna Love This podcast. SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, wherever you can. Number 2, comment on Facebook about You're Gonna Love This. Tag it in random arguments. Have fun with it. That is what algorithms do.
Oh man.
A feast, if you will. A feast celebration.
By the way, Benny, could I borrow a little bit of money? I'm really low right now. I've bought, what is that, 7 times 5, 35 different novelty products from you over the last 5 weeks, and hundreds of dollars every time. It's really digging into my income. I only got a tile, like, $3 worth of pennies. That's all I got left. That's all I need to finish the project.
You don't have $3. You're asking Benny to borrow. This is a very long line of tasks to borrow $3. I can give you $3.
Here's $3.
Whoa, you guys are being really nice to me today. I'm really enjoying this. Maybe I should tile my lawn with pennies.
Hold on. You spent so much money on pennies over the last however long that you don't have $3 to spare. John, you should really consider how you're handling your finances. First, I thought this was a cool project. Now I'm thinking it's an addiction.
Oh, okay. I will argue the more expensive addiction is the Cutco knives, the Tupperware, all those ShamWows I bought. The kind of as seen on TV products that you've been bringing into my life.
Your general personal finance is really... I only bought the Tupperware. And I only bought one set.
John, I'm up 50K in the last 3 weeks. I've been selling these things, so I thought...
I'm down 50K.
Well,
not all of that can be...
you consider that.
You're saying that, you're like as if blaming Benny for you being down 50K. Although I'm assuming that only... so much as it is from Benny, and the rest of it is just from poor spending habits.
Yeah, 30K was to Benny, 10K was penny slots, except I was trying to cut the pennies in half to save some money, but then most of the time those wouldn't even get registered when I put them into the penny slots, so that didn't
Most
work.
of the time. Was there a time?
Okay. No, I just
You put $10,000 worth of pennies.
Cut up into a penny slots machine.
Yeah.
It's only been a day since you've had the Cutco knives. How? Okay, you know what? Meeting adjourned.
Algorithm. The other 10K was on a steel cutter for the kind of mechanical cutter for pennies.
Weren't you still using that instead of the knife?
Welcome back.
Thank
Ian?
you. Yeah, I totally know that song.
Okay.
I just didn't know it wasn't called that or by that person.
It's, I think that's been the reaction of a lot of people so far. It's a song that as soon as you know what you're in for, you know it within seconds.
Yeah.
And you know what you're in for, and then you're like, oh, I gotta listen to this 3 times?
Oh, I heard it, and I think I had the opposite reaction. I was like, oh, I have to listen to this 3 times? I was very happy.
Oh, good.
And you looped it somehow so perfectly.
Thank you. I think, well, the song makes it easy for you.
Yeah.
It starts off real slow and ends at basically the same part, but
yeah.
I wanted to make sure it felt like there was no escape if you didn't like the song, but you enjoyed it, so it worked out well for you.
Yeah, it felt like the perfect song to make someone wait. It was great. No, I liked it.
Okay, good. And do you feel cleansed and ready to take in a new song now and see what it's like? Okay,
yeah, I really do.
That's good. That's the goal, and so I'm glad I did it. This is your song. It's not funny. I didn't try to make it funny, and it didn't happen. I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen and review my show. Listen and review my show. Listen and review my show. Tell me that you heard it, bro. I'm pissing in the wind. My hopes are up and pinned. Listen and review my show. I'm climbing up the jungle gym of Hollywood, trying to find a place for my hand. Looking down, I can see chips of wood. I wish they filled this pit with sand. Listen and review my show. Tell me that you heard it, bro. Pissing in the wind, my hopes are up and pinned. Listen and review my show. I'm sad and successful, ain't no oxymoron. Expectations put me there. The jungle gym goes up and up, never ending. People below you don't care. Listen and review my show.
Yeah, that was good.
Thank you. I don't think that was my best effort. I think I've done better. I appreciate that you liked it. I almost always immediately shit on my song, so I should probably stop doing that.
No, I liked it.
Okay. I don't I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
I should stop. I think it's something that people new to doing shit, like after improv shows, you got to just take the thanks. Don't be the asshole who like tries to say no.
Yeah, just I would. Yeah, don't shit on it.
Okay.
Good. You worked hard.
I worked for 10 minutes.
You worked, but it's like you worked for 10 minutes on like right now, but you also worked a long time to give me a nice loop of a song to listen to in the bathroom.
That's true.
You worked hard for all this.
Nobody has thought about the work I put into the cars looping before, so I thank you for appreciating that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the song. What did you think? I think I did a little bit of what our mutual friend Edgar of now UCB Herald team DiCaprio and fantastic indie team Arcade Currency. He gave me the advice: stop writing songs that are half funny, and either write a funny song or don't write a funny song. Mm-hmm. I think I kind of did that on this one. I think I kind of wrote a half funny song. What do you think?
I think it's half funny, but look, I don't know why he gave you that advice. Uh-huh. But I think it was fitting.
Okay.
Because it's not like you wrote a half funny song and like I feel like it was warranted. Like we've been talking about reviews a lot. Like it just kind of kept coming up, and it was something about how it's something that you're going through, and it's obvious, and it's not like just a song for me. It's a song that I helped write, but it has to do with you, and so I think it was half funny, but it's funny in a very meaningful, almost like sad way.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That I think because in the past, I think those two have just those two ideas of the funniness and the earnestness have just kind of like butted heads and made them both worse.
Yeah,
in the process. So there's a little bit of synergy going on.
It's like it's funny, but it's like what like funny and sad are like it's such a fine line you walk, and so like listen and review my show is like, man, that's what everyone in the whole world wants to some degree. It's like that movie Don't Think Twice, Did you see that movie?
I did see that movie.
It's like it's a movie about improv, but like because my brother was like about to go see it, and he's like, what did you think? And I was like, it's good. It really makes sense to people who do improv, but it also really makes sense to people who just have friends.
Right.
And he was like, and then I asked him what he thought, and he's like, no, you're totally right. And so it's like, listen and review my show. It's like, it makes sense for people who have podcasts, but it also just makes sense for people who are trying to make something.
Yeah.
And
like the whole world is it's like everything, depending on how much buy-in you have to social media, everything you do is like, you're doing it hopefully so people enjoy it.
Yeah, you're doing it so that people enjoy it, and so that you can, at least I feel like for me, you're doing it so that people can enjoy it, and so that you can touch people, and then in turn you feel validated because you can touch people, right? Like in that way. Otherwise, you're like, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Right. I think that's a little bit of why the particular brokenness that the people that come to LA have is like that we feel like we have to do that. And that's how we get our our love from the world,
Yeah.
which is not a healthy way to do it at all. Like, just like find a person who will be nice to you, and that'll be much easier. That's advice to listeners out there. I'm not gonna take it. I'm gonna keep doing this.
I'm gonna tell you to take it.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna do it.
No, advice is very easy to give.
Oh, so easy to give.
Yeah. So listeners out there, find a job that doesn't take up too much of your time, so that you're able to spend time with the people you love, and forget all the stupid media stuff. Who cares?
Nothing matters, and no one knows what they're doing. So just do whatever you want.
And what I'm gonna keep doing is foolishly attempting to break into the entertainment business.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take my advice even a little bit.
Yeah.
But everybody just does what they want.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This has been a good episode, I think.
Yeah, I like the song.
Thank you.
The goal is to write the perfect song.
Yes,
right?
I'm sorry, I didn't ask because I already assumed that you would say no. So I mentally I had already categorized this as a not perfect song.
No, you got to stop doing that.
Okay.
I think because here, perfect song. No, but it's like that. Do you listen to? Speaking of podcasts, do you listen to This American Life?
Sometimes, not religiously.
Ira Glass has a really good. I don't know about quote, but it's like a video of him basically saying like, for a long time your taste is going to be really good. Like it's not hard to have good taste, but it's hard to make something that is comparable to your taste. And so he's like, for a long time, what you make is not going to be comparable to your taste, but you just got to keep doing it. And so, perfect song, no, but good song, yes.
Thank you. That's right in my wheelhouse. It feels very comfortable. That's what I like to hear. Last week I kind of fought with Amon when he tried to give me a perfect. I didn't allow it. I didn't shout him down, but I told him why I thought it was a bad idea to give me a perfect, and then he agreed in the end. He slipped a yes in, and I was like, no, hold on, like, let's figure this out. He came back to a no. So it's easier if you just say no, unless you really feel like you've got the conviction. So I'm glad you like the song.
Thank you. No, thank you for writing me a song.
Yeah.
I think when you asked me to do the podcast, I did not expect, this week for someone to just sit down and write me a song. That it's something fantastic.
That's I think my favorite thing about doing this podcast is that I get it is that one-on-one connection is very difficult to get with making things. Yeah. It's like we're talking about, and I just get to sit here and write you a song and be like, what'd you think? And you have to tell me because it's being recorded.
I love it so much.
Yeah. Well, wonderful. This has been a good episode. Ian, let's do some plug-in. I bet you got some things to plug at the very least. This episode will be coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
So if you've got any indie shows coming up, any LA people could come and see.
Yeah, go see my show, the UPN show, which is going to be next Friday.
Okay.
Is that the 13th? I don't know, but next Friday.
It's the 14th, I think.
Next Friday, the 14th. Yeah, and usually it's on Thursdays. It's every third Thursday of the month at 8 p.m. But yeah, UPN show at the UCB Inner Sanctum. So go check that out. Also follow me on Instagram at Notice Employees Only, because I'm really trying to bring my Instagram up.
Okay. What's your Instagram about?
It's just like, it's me taking pictures of things. It's just, that was so vague, because that's what Instagram is. It's like, I don't know, it's things that I think are cool. Pictures of things that I think are cool. Right. So like, I don't know, just like weird. Just follow me. You know, just fucking review the episode. Okay.
Review the episode. Follow Ian. It's like, as far as commands go, these are not difficult ones.
Yeah, I know. I also about 20 minutes ago said you cannot tell people what to do, but no one knows what they're doing, and
this is just really helpful advice. We're just telling you you can do whatever you want. But if you want to have, if you want to make a choice that'll lead you in a good path, follow Ian on Instagram, review. You get a free song. You just heard what one song it might possibly be.
Yeah.
It could be something like that. If you've listened to other episodes, you've heard other songs. It might be like those ones. It might be something new. You won't know. I won't know until you review it, and then we'll find out.
Do it.
All right. Let's see. Do I have anything to plug? You can go to, let's see, do we have any dad joke shows this weekend? I think we do. If you want to find out about dad joke shows, my improv team, you can go to facebook.com/dadjokescomedy, and I believe the same on Instagram. And we will be promoting any and all shows that we do on those platforms, so you will be able to find out that way.
Yeah.
I think that's all I got for plugs. You seem pretty satisfied with your plugs.
I'm satisfied.
I think that we're good for the episode then.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I don't know how to end a podcast. Do you know how to end a podcast?
No one does. It's usually, I feel like most podcasts are ended on like a very like